This is the Earth Science Classroom. It's our first virtual field trip, and welcome to Pennsylvania, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. This is Lehigh Valley area outside of Kutztown, and we're at the amazing Crystal Cave, one of the first ever show caves in Pennsylvania. Opened in 1871, had the first cave wedding in 1919, and has had hundreds of thousands of visitors since it became its first show cave. Now, there's 9 other show caves in Pennsylvania. There's thousands of untracked caves in Pennsylvania, but this is one of them we're going to go through today, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's go and check it out. Crystal Cave is located next to the Appalachian Mountains on the eastern side towards the east coast on the eastern part of Pennsylvania, and is part of the Piedmont region. So this is the stairwell and the path up to the entrance to the cave, where the miners first located the cave, and they were basically blasting for limestone back in 1871, and this short, sharp pathway goes up to the entrance where you can have the intro video, which is the start of the tour, which lasts around 55 minutes. Myself and my daughter just going up and getting ready for the tour to start. When it's time to go in, the tour guide will call you, open the door, you're going to the left into this movie theater to watch the short intro video, which is very informative about the cave and its history and basic geology. So at the start of the tour, there's the stairs going down into the cave, goes down to about 125 feet, and the temperature is around a nice 54 degrees, pretty consistent all year round. And you're first exposed to the beautiful colors of the walls and the limestone, and you get the calcite and aragonite crystals straight away in the walls, and the different colors from elements, and the various formations of dripstones and speleothems, both stalagmites and stalactites. Straight away as you go into the cave, you're going down the stairs, and you're seeing these beautiful flowstones on the right and left of constant dripping and centuries of growth of this beautiful cream colored flowstones. As the tour begins down the stairs, this flowstone formation is on your right hand side. It's got a fantastic coloration on the walls around it, and it's a fantastic piece to look at as an intro to the cave. This is Crystal Cave's famous upside down ice cream cone formation, and then you have other large flowstones, and this is a close-up of the wall of the cave on the camera, and then you also have this nice finger, calcite finger across the wall right here. Here we enter the crystal ballroom, the main part of the tour, which has the walls covered in calcite and aragonite crystals, and the altar there for the first ever cave wedding back in 1919. And then we have this very special stalactite formation, which is called a halactite, which is a modified stalactite as it forms from the ceiling. So after we leave the crystal ballroom, the larger area of the cave, we head up the stairs up to the top part, which is called the lookout, which you can see 2/3 of the cave from this point, and you can also pass by the prairie dogs formation, some cool multiple stalagmites in different formations. So here at the top of the lookout, where you're seeing the majority of the cave, at the ceiling, or on the ceiling, you have this beautiful array of multitude of stalactites that form in different sizes across the ceiling of the cave, and they grow of an average of 1 centimeter every 100 years through the calcite and aragonite deposits from the solution that comes down from the soil through the bedrock and through the cracks in the limestone down into the cave to create the void in the first place, and then to create these beautiful features on the ceiling called stalactites. Then we have the nursery. This is the area of the cave ceiling that has the baby stalactites. You see this very wet, it looks very moist kind of ceiling that where the dripping of the calcite and aragonite deposits and gypsum is accumulating. Then we have the largest column, which is where the stalactite is going to connect with the stalagmite on the ground of the cave and form this lovely column and these beautiful formations. and how you can see various designs and various shapes in this column based on how the flow has been created over the course of thousands and thousands of years. Really cool part of the cave. So after the really steep climb, you do get this nice lookout view over 2/3 of the cave and the cavern system, and the tour guide might turn off the lights. The lights are all around the cave walls, they're artificial and that yellow light, and give you a sense of what the cave feels like and looks like in complete pitch black darkness, which is what the cavers and the original miners would have found back in 1871. Then you head back down the steep stairwell. Again, make sure you hold on to the rails as you go down because the steps are pretty slippery. And you get, again, a view of the prairie dogs, the stalagmite formations, and other flowstone formations on the left and the right. So on the way back towards the entrance to the cave, you climb up onto the drop rock, which was caused by an earthquake, made a large section of rock fall down from the ceiling and expose a larger top of the ceiling, which then started to grow stalactites. And this large, they call the ear of corn, is the largest stalactite in the cave or cavern, and you can see that on the way out. So this concludes the part of the tour where you exit through the stairs, and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, basically, and that concludes the 55-minute tour. And you can say bye to the tour guide, which was actually very informative and very funny. And then on the way out, as you're walking down past the restrooms and back down to the parking lot and the gift shop, there's this cool outcrop of limestone, and it's tilted, and it's got these beautiful beds and strata, and very obvious. You can see that this was how this area was formed, and the deposition of the mud and sand under ancient warm oceans around the tropics was then buried and then pushed and tilted through orogeny and through mountain building and compression to form this area of topographic relief. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching the video of this virtual tour looking at Crystal Cave here in Pennsylvania, in Lehigh Valley. And it's awesome because it's the first show cave ever out of 9 in Pennsylvania. There's thousands of untouched caves in this area for spelunkers and adventurers, but this one here is got stairs down. As you saw the video, it's got fantastic speleothems, beautiful cave formations through calcite, aragonite crystals, and it's a decent sized cave. It's fantastic for any kind of geology student or amateur geologist to look and admire in this beautiful landscape here and terrain here in Pennsylvania. This is the Earth Science Classroom. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Check out more videos on our channel, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again.